Today, my activity for a nice quick activity I like to use for a lot of my kids who like arts and crafts. If they're not so much into coloring, it's still a good activity. It's just really good for my clients who really like to draw or color or something like that. I've done it with a few age ranges and it works with quite a bit of them, just depending on how artistic and involved with animals they are. I just call it animals and feelings. What you're gonna need for materials is some blank sheets of paper to write on, to color on. To do that, you can use a dice. I use my phone, just like roll a dice on my phone. It works just as well. And some coloring utensils. I use colored pencils. I often let the kids color on my iPad. So it's interactive or not, just depending on whatever you have. What you're gonna start with is a list of 6 animals and 6 emotions. So for example, we'll just do the ones that we did with my last client, and I'm gonna write them down really quick. As a panda, shark, butterfly. She chose unicorn, so let's just say, like, I kind of let them choose whatever. Like, I ask her what are some of her favorite animals are, and she chooses throughout them. Dog, and so forth. So you can choose however many you want, however long you want it to go. And emotions, pretty simple ones like happy. She chose calm because that's how she often is, and if they have one emotion that they really resonate with, I really like to just choose that one too, so I let them choose some emotions every now and then. Sad, angry, we'll do 5 right now because I have 5 animals, and excited. And then you roll the dice. So I'll just show some of the examples so I don't have to color it all out right now, but I do have my examples and she wanted me to keep mine to or hers to show as well. But it's a really good way to get your kid to talk about emotion, especially with animals, just because it makes it funny and fun, especially seeing it on it. So say I rolled a 2 and a 4. So you roll the dice, whatever your outcome is, you roll it twice, and that gives you 1 animal and 1 emotion. And you can do this however long or how many times you want. You just have it split up 6 and 6 or however many. And since we got angry shark, I usually give her about 10 minutes or so, not quite, to color, just depending on how in detail. She really wanted to be detailed, so her and I did. And what you come up with is this. And once your kid has the emotion on the animal, we did a few, so we also did a calm unicorn, and she drew this just because it seemed calm and peaceful. And so for that though, it engages in conversations of when she was angry. So like I would ask her what made her angry, times she has felt angry in the past week since our last session. And then you can also do what helps you calm down. So when she's calm, I'm like, what do you like to do? She said, go read or play a game. And then if I was like, okay, but if you are angry and you need to become calm, what might you do? And she has coping skills that come into that. So it goes into a lot of when you felt, how you feel during it, what you do during that emotion, and how you cope throughout it. As well as we talk about the people that were around during those emotions. It's really simple, but also takes up a decent bit of time, and you get to cover a lot of emotions. I know all that we did was a calm unicorn, angry shark, we had an excited panda, so we talked about what made us excited, and it was food and stuff like that, or like getting to go do stuff. You can also talk about when they've seen these animals, which is really good for your kids that might not talk as much. I know the girl I did it, like my client I did it with, she's not always the most outgoing and she's kind of reserved. So with me doing her favorite animals such as unicorn and butterfly, her and her mom get caterpillars and release them once they turn into a butterfly. So it kind of also builds that rapport with your kid that you need to build that relationship and get them talking, and then they can also talk about their emotions during it, and it creates a nice little safe space for them. So it's a quick, easy activity. Just, I refer to it as emotions and animals. It's minimal materials needed, and it makes for a fun time. Thank you.
Behavioral Health Intervention Services, or BHIS as we call it, is for children ages 4 to 19 years old, and it focuses on behaviors that appear at home and in school. So BHIS is an in-home counseling program through Medicaid, and it's available to children that are currently on Title 19. So BHIS is just an excellent complement to therapy services because therapy is more about uncovering the why of the issue, while BHIS is more about addressing the how of improving our behaviors in those symptoms that are typically associated with things out of our control. So there are many ways to identify if your child or other children you know could benefit from BHIS. A few examples are if your child's having difficulty concentrating or following directions, if a child is being bullied, or if you've noticed a change in eating or sleeping patterns, if you've noticed a difficulty in adjusting to a move or the drastic change of social distancing, or if the child is having difficulty resolving the behavior on their own. If you think that your child or your family can benefit from BHIS services, please call us at our toll-free number, 800-531-4236. Heart and Solutions would love to help you and your family navigate difficult emotions in any time of the year. So please don't hesitate to reach out if you think you or a loved one could benefit from behavioral health intervention services.